try.
Is ring culture bad for the NBA conversation overall?
You be switching up. You can't say it's rings and then stats.
Is there?
Yeah, I want to make sure we clear with what has already been said.
Hold on, let me ask the question, and then we can. Let me ask the question. Let me ask the question. Hey, hold on, let me ask the fucking question. Goddamn, is ring culture bad for the NBA conversation overall? It's multi-layered, so let's get.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad overall. No, I don't think it's bad.
I think it's bad because they only act like one person. They act like Jordan won the most rings. And he's the greatest because he won 6 rings.
I don't think that's what they say about why they say that about Jordan. That's not the only reason why they say that about Jordan.
Everybody that get compared from Kobe, they gotta chase 6 rings. LeBron gotta chase 6 rings.
He didn't win 6.
He didn't win. That's why he's not the GOAT. And you just said
that's not the only reason why people say he's not the GOAT, though, bro. That's not the only reason why. It is a reason. That's not the only reason why.
It is a reason.
That's not the only reason why.
Why?
I don't like that. I don't like that he said that either, because he would have never said that if Kobe was sitting in front of him with that conversation. He would have never said nothing like that. Because Kobe would have been like, what do Kobe say about rings?
It's all about.
What do Kobe say about rings? And he in LA saying that, like, he would have never said that if Kobe was sitting in front of him. That's all I'm saying. And real Laker fans know that just ain't, you know what I mean?
Nah.
I don't think it's ruining it. I think some people take it out of context, but I don't think it's ruining the game, though. I don't think it's ruining the game.
You sitting here saying people not great because they didn't win.
I never said nobody was not great.
Keep it right.
No.
Underachieving, so you can't switch it up.
Say it again. You can. It's a difference. It is a difference. It is a difference.
Well, your man underachieved.
That's that USC education
your favorite
again.
player underachieved.
Yeah, he did. He did have some underachieving moments. He did.
He underachieved.
I ain't afraid. I ain't ashamed to say it. He did.
He didn't get the 12, so he's not the GOAT.
He's still the GOAT.
He's still the GOAT.
He don't got the most rings, but he's still the GOAT,
He's
though.
not the GOAT.
I know mathematics, brother.
So what's the verdict?
But what are we talking about?
My man got more stats and everything.
Because we just had a conversation about.
Go ahead.
We just had a conversation about underachieving.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Peyton Manning.
You talking about ring culture?
Peyton Manning.
And if you go ask the football players, they'll say he's not in the same room as Peyton Manning.
It was so ironic that he said exactly what we were saying.
Yeah. And guess what? He wrong. If you go ask the NFL players, they not in the same room, bruh.
But
one of my homies, he was the best safety.
We know they're not in the same room.
So what are we asking? What are y'all asking me?
We're talking about the underachievement part. The underachievement part is taken away from the conversation with everybody in the same room.
It's the same conversation we've been
because everyone in the room has achieved. We know we can all have a conversation because we all here. Now we're talking about that one championship. We was all referencing the one championship. So everybody in the room has won a championship. Right? So we should all be able to have a conversation about what? Championships. That's the one thing we have in common. Now, this other guy over here, he got 6 of them. You want to hear some stories, you got to go sit at that table. They got stories from 6 or more. That's Robert Horry, Michael Jordan, Scotty, all them niggas over there, they talking. And they ain't no chairs. But you can stand over them and listen to the conversation. You can't talk. Everybody else got other segmented tables that they can sit at.
That's
and talk
way to put it right there.
It's like a Twitter Spaces.
That's like
you can come in here and call you up if you're good enough, but you gotta listen.
It's like when you go to a gala, they got the numbers on the table, right?
There's different levels
to the gala. They got the numbers on the table.
I agree with you though. It's different levels to it.
This is table 1.
What about the scoring then?
There's different levels to it.
But you gotta have
6 or 1.
But you gotta have
different. We all great, but it's different
table
rooms.
Table 2 is this many. Table 3 is this many. Table 4, but they all in this room together.
Yeah. Okay, well that's semantics. So
no, it's not. No, it's not.
In that case, like
it's not semantics.
How?
It's not.
I agree with how you.
Because these are facts, right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree that it's levels to it. I agree that it's levels to it.
Some people have more rings than others.
That's true.
Some people have none. Some people have more rings than others, right?
I agree with that. Actually, how you broke that down. I kind of agree with that.
But look, this is what Bron's saying. Bron is saying, well, why can't Steve Nash and Allen Iverson and these guys have conversations with the guys that have won? John Stockton, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley. Charles admitted himself, I can't have conversations at that table over there. We didn't make it that far to
Charles
do that.
is a realist, though. He understands that.
But that's
that don't take away from his greatness. That he understands that. Like he's not in that realm.
But look, that's
okay.
That's the understanding.
It's levels to the greatness.
When he was saying that about the underachievement shit with Peyton Manning in comparison, he's saying, why do we have to compare when we all in the room? You don't have to compare me to a nigga sitting at that table over there.
Because that's so. Because why can't we can't compare? People want to talk. People like to compare. Like, what's wrong with wanting to compare, bro?
Because there's no.
It's not like it's not like you really. Well, for me, I can't speak for everybody else. For me, I don't ever want to.
You comparing something that's a side metric by team success with a bunch of individuals in a room, and you're saying nah.
So what separates them though?
Why you don't?
If we all great, so what's some of the separating factors? Some championships be separating that sometimes, bro.
Because let's hear me out. Because if we look at football, right? Just take Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
Talk to me.
One was the first pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Undoubtedly.
And the other one was damn near
the last
irrelevant.
Pick. No, he was. He was 199.
He was right by it, though.
Sixth round pick.
But we're talking about football here. We're talking about each one of them throwing the football and what they are as quarterbacks, right? At that, right?
Talking about talent?
It's football. Just that position, we're talking about them, right?
Okay.
But Tom was better quarterback?
Yeah.
And the reason
why? Better quarterback.
Because he won more championships.
He's better quarterback because he won more championships.
That's one of the reasons why.
He's not a better quarterback than Peyton Manning.
He is a better quarterback
than
Peyton Manning.
No, he's not.
So why was
all the NFL players I talk to that have played against both say that it is.
But why was Peyton Manning the number one pick?
He was more talented than him at the time. That's not breaking news. People be more talented than people. That don't mean automatically they're going to be. Yes, at the time.
So he got worse. So Peyton Manning got worse.
No, Tom Brady got better.
So if he was better, so Tom Brady surpassed him at the quarterback position. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
He did that by way of championships.
By way of playing, he outplayed him.
Who?
He has more records, just as much or more records than he broke Peyton Manning's record. And they was playing in the same time, same era, same conference, and they played head to head.
And he played longer.
They played against each other though.
But he played longer.
It don't matter when they played against each other head to head. One's record is this, and one's record is that.
I'm not talking about the record. You said numbers. You said numbers.
Numbers.
Go look at the numbers when they played.
Go look at them. Go look at them.
It ain't close. It ain't even fucking close.
When I look at the all-time touchdown leaders, I see Tom Brady's name above Peyton Manning's name in the season. In the season. He played longer. In the season, all time, however you want to break it up, bro.
Nobody.
Go ask NFL players that played against both of them. Go ask NFL players that played against both of them. They'll tell you, bro. What's the difference between the two?
We're about to look up the
Go ask Ray Lewis. Go ask Ed Reed. Go ask Deshaun Jones. Go ask all the guys that played against them.
So you out of your mouth, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, the comparison, Tom is better, just a better overall quarterback, regardless of championships.
Yeah.
And I need the stats from the year that
Go look at the film. Go look at all of it.
When Peyton Manning stopped playing.
I played quarterback too. Yeah.
I found this kind of a fun conversation.
He's better than him.
Who?
He developed. So
he got better.
What makes it rings and not like stats?
So it's not team success.
Like
it's not.
It's not Belichick.
It's not team success. It's not. Is there a defensive side of the ball?
It is.
In football.
Yes, it is.
Does it play a factor in the game? A small factor or a big factor?
Big.
What? Does what play?
Defense. That's what I asked.
It plays a big factor.
Does Peyton Manning play defense?
You act like the conversation changed. I said the defense matters. You said what matters?
Nah, because I'm listening to you, I'm listening to him. He's saying something different than you saying, so I'm trying to answer both of y'all.
So does defense matter in this sport that we're speaking of?
Of course defense matters.
And when one offense is on the field, is the other offense on the field, or is the defense on the field?
Bro, we know that.
I don't know. I'm asking.
What's the point y'all made? We know that already.
I'm asking. Does it play a factor?
Defense plays a factor.
So
it all plays a factor. Yes.
So is there special teams? Is there a kicker?
Yeah, absolutely.
So does Tom Brady do all those things?
Nope.
Does Peyton Manning do all those things?
Absolutely not.
Did they play a factor in those AFC championships?
Absolutely.
In those championships.
They do. No, I do. It plays a factor.
Oh.
You gotta get your kicker into a position to make the kicks, though.
How does winning a ring change, or you evaluating the player?
How does what winning a ring?
Winning a ring
change how you evaluate
the player. Shot.
Player evaluation is, to me, like a scouting report. So I don't think that has a metric inside of the player evaluation. I'm evaluating talent, skill, all of those things that contribute to the team and where you fit. So it doesn't. I don't When I'm evaluating a player, you evaluate him from the ground up and his capabilities and where he could take you to get to a championship, if he has any of that. And you can see that within the qualities of the evaluation. So, yeah, I don't even pay attention to that. I want to see if he got the grit. I want to see if he got what it takes, the discipline, the resilience. Can he bounce back? Can he take a hit? Can he lose? Can he come back and win? I'm looking at that type of shit more than how many championships or all of that. I just want to know the attitude, the mentality.
So, Shad, I have a follow-up question to your answer. Certain parties want to know, can Robert Horry sit at the same table with Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan?
Hell yeah.
They were asking me?
Mm-hmm. It was specifically to ask you this question.
How many championships does Robert Horry have?
7.
He has 7. Mm-hmm. And who he's asking?
If he can sit at the same table with Kobe and the 5 and above people.
He has 7.
So he can sit at that table and be in the conversation, or does he have to sit back and listen?
He has 7.
But he can be in the conversation. He don't have to just be at the table. He can be actively in the conversation.
He has 7.
Okay.
He had a couple game winners too.
I'm just asking. It was not about somebody.
I know.
He has 7.
Not be at the table.
Of them.
He be at the table? You don't dope a dog food.
No.
Smoking.
So Nick, you say yes?
Hell yeah, he could be at the table.
So Norris, you say yes or you say no?
No.
So now we separate.
It's roles.
We're separating
you
our
can't be
teams
like.
All right, so now
I'm like, listen,
what is it?
You
and this is a whole. This
you
is
better than me. So now you better than me.
Yeah.
So now I should think about how I pass you the ball when you be asking for it, right? That screen you need to get open.
That game when
you know that screen you need. You know that screen you needed.
Man,
you know that. Remember that help side you needed.
Isn't that top of the key 3?
Remember when that nigga punched you in your face and I got him back for you? Oh, we not allowed in the party now,
Let
Norris?
me give you an example.
Oh, I can't get in the party.
Let me give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. As a role player, I can't be at the same table as a.
Nigga.
I can't be at the same table as the dudes that's like the carrying. You gotta know where you stand. You gotta know.
Know where you stand.
You gotta just understand that.
Question. Can Robert Horry sit at the table with the other niggas that got the championships? So when they look up and they see Robert sitting there, you think they're gonna say, Rob, you can't sit here? Big shot, Bob. You can't sit here, Bob?
Oh my God.
Hey, Rob, come sit down, baby boy. You got stories too. Tell us about that San Antonio. Tell us about that Laker 3. Tell us about the time y'all beat the Kings. Tell us about a bunch of that other shit you did in Houston. You played with Hakeem. You helped him get some shit too, didn't you? Oh, you can't sit here, Robert.
Did he start with
Now y'all cats is tripping.
Did he start in Houston?
But can I answer the original question? These cats is tripping.
So now you only want to go to the Met Gala when you're not invited.
Hey, I'm not going. I'm not invited, so I'm not going.
So why are you defending it?
As a role player, you can't sit at the table with.
Man. You don't want
it's only for the creme de la creme that's at them tables, bro.
Damn, I don't look up
Magic,
tables,
that's for Magic, Kobe.
Damn.
You know, that's for them. That ain't for the, you know,
so
the real important role players. They are important, but they don't get to sit at the table with Magic and Bird and all them. That just, it don't work like that. It's okay.
If I got 7 of
that's what make up the team. You got the
So
star players and you got the role players.
Ginobili and Tony Parker. So Robert Horry got to sit at the table with Tony Parker.
Y'all gotta understand, this is how motherfuckers be thinking. This is how people actually think. Like, you're not allowed. It's like white only pie.
Hold on, I got a question.
It's a reverse racist.
I got a real question.
We talking about basketball.
That's a good question.
What table does Scottie Pippen sit at?
Ooh, that's
the same table.
That's a good question.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Same table.
Okay.
He get to sit at the same.
He get to sit at the big table?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking.
He first team all NBA
I'm just
and all
asking.
that. Robert ain't never been first team all NBA.
I think so.
Yeah, I think he sit at the table. I think
Tony
Scotty sit at
Kukoc?
the table. Nah, Tony can't sit at the table.
Who that?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis can sit at the table.
Dennis can sit at the table. Big dog.
About
Big dog.
Yeah, Dennis can sit at the
Dennis
table.
can sit at the table.
What's his name? Microwave.
Ooh.
Dennis came off the bench for
Oh,
No.
Vinny, nah, I can't
Who you
sit at the
talking
table.
about? For
Vinny
For
can't sit
Detroit.
at the
We
table.
only got
Detroit,
two.
Vinny Johnson?
Vinny can't sit at the table.
My Pistons only got two.
Joe Dumars.
Joe Dumars.
He only got
Joe
two.
Dumars.
Only got two.
Yeah, he don't get to sit in.
You got two.
Not at the. Yeah.
You got two.
Iguodala.
Nope.
Hell no.
Heck no. No.
He got a Finals MVP.
He don't get to sit at the table with Steph. He do not get to sit.
It ain't his.
He do not get to sit at the table.
What he did though? Oh my God.
Nick, that's trophy.
That's the same
and he knows that though. It's not an insult. Like he knows that. Come on, bro.
That trophy.
Not hating to say the truth. There's levels to it. It's okay to know.
Iguodala was an all-star. What is he fucking talking about?
Y'all really be tripping.
Yeah, y'all man.
Discredited niggas for what they done accomplished.
We didn't discredit nothing.
Nobody discredited him.
We just said he not at the table with Steph. He got Steph.
But he got it.
Okay, he got it to me. He deserved it.
What the? Well, he got it.
He got it. Okay, cool.
So we're going to take it away from him?
If we being realistic,
I'm not taking it away from him, but if
we being realistic here, if we being realistic, LeBron James should have got fucking MVP of the finals.
No.
If we really been realistic. If we really been realistic, LeBron James should have got MVP of the finals. They did it before, they gave it to a losing team. So, did it fucking before?
When? Yeah. Back in the day?
Yes, they did it before.
That's because it was white only five.
Okay, cool, but this man was the best player in that fucking series by far.
No.
It wasn't even close.
Man.
Robert Horry.
He was torching Iguodala, talking about he's stopping, he knocked LeBron down. That man averaged 37.
Man, what was the original question, man? What was the original question?
Oh, man, we listen.
Oh, goodness, man.
Robert Horry.
How much does ring culture affect how you view a player?
It was that one, but how does winning a ring change how you evaluate your player? How you evaluate players?
At that table. Jay Kidd can't sit. Dirk can't sit.
They got their own one championship. They got their own one championship tables.
Jason Terry can't sit at.
They got a lot. It's a lot of people
in the building. They just ain't.
There's gonna be a lot of people sitting at the one championship table. But if we're talking about greats at your position, that's a different conversation.
That's a different conversation. Okay, Mark.
Jason Terry can't sit at that table.
They're gonna be like, "Why we can't sit here?" And then they're gonna be like, "Well, Norris said you underachieved."
Right?
He said you ain't.
You gotta make sure you tell him.
You ain't doing enough, man. You got to do more. More championships.
More
MVPs.
I don't have no problem.
More, nigga. You ain't getting enough.
I don't have no problem with conversations in context, bro.
Damn.
But you saying dudes underachieved, though.
That's all the context we need, brother.
Yeah.
I said what
all the context
I said what I said. If y'all got a problem, we can have a conversation about it.
We are.
It is.
We are having a conversation.
That's fucked up.
That's what we're doing.
That's crazy.
Greatness.
We're trying to understand.
That's crazy.
You and Stephen A's stance on this underachievement, man, is kind of wild.
That's crazy. Derek Fisher can't sit there.
So we got a follow-up question. Do you think? Hey, motherfucker should have came to work. We got a follow-up question.
Hey, you see all this cooking, and he's good as good fine cooking. And
do you think?
I missed this shit.
Do you think Kobe would allow Robert Horry to sit at the table with Allen Iverson, Dirk, KG?
Man, they love Robert Horry
like that.
I know he wouldn't allow stupid ass questions like this.
Right?
I know that shit.
That nigga loves winning.
Next question.
Winners sit at the table with him.
Ask that in the back.
Right?
Shut him out.
He love winning, bro.
Well, one thing for sure, man, on this show, we give players their flowers all the time, man.
Yeah.
With or without a ring. You know what I'm saying? Dudes hold their own. They well respected. It don't take away what guys did for their careers. Guys went out there, man, worked their ass off, blood, sweat, and tears, sacrificed family time, all kind of shit, right? For this. And
you're right about that.
Motherfucking
and they can't sit there.
Motherfucking big ass fly. But dudes, man, it's a lot of players who did it, man, laid it all on the line that weren't able to win one. You know what I'm saying? But on this show, we make sure that we give them players their flowers, man. So
shout out to the greats.
You can't sit here.
Can't sit here.
Can't sit here.
No, yeah.
Seats taken.
This seat's taken.
Seats taken. Okay? Nick. I sit here.
Can't sit. We're gonna make our own corner, nigga. Shit,
we got to.
He's not invited.
Bro, we don't even know. I don't even know who the real corner is.
Noah's gonna be motherfucking thumbing it.
This Steve, my boy. Steve, my boy. He's the big house. He's the big house.
Noah's gonna walk by like, who this nigga?
Who's that nigga?
Who this nigga on that name?
Like you been using soap, nigga. You been using soap in the big house.
Who let this underachiever in here?
Oh my Lord.
Who let this first ballot underachiever in here. How dare you?
How dare you let him wear the sneakers in the house?
He got his signature shoe on, and you let him in here. How dare you let that underachiever in here?
He has a tie. He learned how to tie a tie.
You underachiever, you.
Uppity nigger.
Steven, my boy.
Keep it in context.
Steven, my boy.
Them cats is great. Everybody you named is great.
So he gonna sleep in the big house?
In the big house?
Shit, unless you ready to burn the mattress, the bed, the sheets, the house.
He gonna sit at the table?
I knew it was something about that nigga.
I
knew it was something about you.
That nigga in the house.
So, who are some of your favorite players that did not win a ring?
T-Mac.
AI and T-Mac was my favorite players. They didn't win one.
Gary Payton,
that did not win a ring?
Yep. AI and T-Mac was my favorites.
Say it again?
AI and T-Mac.
Some of the popular ones?
Mine was like Gary Payton, Sean Kemp. I was a Sonic fan growing up.
Gary Payton won.
Oh, he did win one, but in his, I'm talking about, well, I'll just say T-Mac.
T-Mac and AI, they was my two favorite players for a while.
T-Mac, for sure.
Wasn't Mac on that San Antonio team that got that?
Right? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he did.
He was on the roster early in the season, right?
Yeah, he on there. He got it. He got a chip.
He joined at the end.
Yeah, but
that team we beat
winning, right?
We beat them that year.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the question again?
Huh?
Favorite player that never won a ring.
Huh?
Penny Hardaway?
Nah, it gotta be AI.
It gotta be AI.
Chuck definitely up there, man.
He's my favorite player forever.
Carmelo?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he win one. Yeah, we had it.
AI
I'm gonna go
was my
Chuck.
favorite though.
I'm gonna go Chuck, man. So, yeah.
Patrick Ewing?
Yeah, that's definitely.
We know Steve.
Time for my favorite segment. Mostly fans.